Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Copper Jacket TV. So according to New York Governor Kathy Hochul and Attorney General Letitia James, there will be no more online ammunition purchases sent directly to New Yorkers. Let's talk about it. Okay, so let's go and talk about what's going on here. So back in 2013, New York got one of the most unconstitutional new laws that I have seen to date. It's called the New York SAFE Act. The SAFE Act was basically a cluster of new anti-Second Amendment laws that was kind of governed by this one act. And as part of that new law, there was supposed to be background checks on ammunition sales in New York. So if you wanted to go get ammunition, you had to go through a background check. The problem is that New York lacked the infrastructure and the processes in order to actually make that happen. So there was no way for people to go through the background check, and so there was no way for people to actually obtain ammunition, and therefore Governor Cuomo at the time actually came out with a memorandum that says that sales are going to remain normal with ammunition until that process is complete and set up and there's a way to actually conduct the background checks. Because again, no process, no infrastructure, they can't be done, but the law says you have to go through a background check if you want to purchase ammunition. So again, this memorandum basically put that on hold. So in comes Governor Kathy Hochul and Attorney General Letitia James. So Kathy Hochul, who's still working on implementing all of her CCIA, or the Concealed Carry Improvement Act, says that she found the memorandum from Governor Cuomo and decided that, well, she's going to tear it up. And yes, she actually said that they're basically tearing up that memorandum. So with that memorandum no longer existing and being reversed, Attorney General Letitia James decided that she's going to go ahead and send a letter to, I believe it's 39 different manufacturers and sellers, stating that what they're doing is against the law in New York. Even though that memorandum existed while they were conducting their business, she still sent that out to them saying, hey, if you send purchases to people's direct addresses instead of sending it to an FFL, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to sue you. We're going to take legal action and use the entire force of my office to go after you, basically, saying that we'll basically fine you $5,000 per incident. So each transaction, if it's shipped to an individual's address rather than an FFL where a background check is supposedly conducted, then they're going to sue them $5,000 for each one of those particular incidents. So now with the memorandum reversed and the, warning sent out to all these manufacturers, what does that mean for people in New York? Well, guess what? There's still no infrastructure. There's still no plan. There's still no background check to conduct for the purpose of ammunition in the state. So now the SAFE Act has basically been put back into place, or at least that part of the SAFE Act has been put back into place, which states that people have to go through a background check if they want to purchase ammunition. But there's no way to do the background check. So where does that leave everybody? Well, basically in limbo. Now, it's yet to be seen what these online retailers are going to do, what these manufacturers are going to do, whether they're going to say, hey, there's no implementation because, you guys don't have a process yet, so we're going to continue to just do what we were doing in the past because it's constitutionally protected and it's legal. They could do that, or they could heed the warning and say, we're not going to go ahead and send anything else into, individual residents' addresses. We're going to go ahead and just send it into FFLs, in which case a person would have to go into the FFL, but the FFL can't do it without a background check, and so without a background check, you can't get it. You could see that either way, the only way that people even are going to have access to it is if the people that she sent those letters to just decide to defy it. Other than that, there's no way to get it anymore in the state of New York. And what are the plans to actually put something in place for a background check? Well, to my knowledge, they're still working on it. They're still working on the infrastructure, they're still working on the plans, and there's nothing in place. So again, like I said before, it's still 100% limbo, and that's where it stands as of right now. As of right now, in the state of New York, if you want to get ammunition, you are pretty much out of luck unless somebody doesn't know what's going on and decides that, oh, they're just going to do what they want anyway. I mean, I don't know how something like this stands, but it just shows you the pure absolute disdain for the Second Amendment again in that state. They will do everything possible, regardless of its constitutionality, to get what they want. Now, if anything changes, there's further legal action, or a judge maybe puts a hold on the implementation or enforcement of that part of the SAFE Act, I'll definitely let you guys know, because this is definitely one to watch. So I want to thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe. You guys have a great day.